Simon, another match where we had the performance on point, but not the result at the end. What do you think went wrong over the entire course?
Went wrong. We've changed our style, haven't we? So, last year, I keep saying it, we were a team for seconds, a set piece team, a hard working side off the ball. This year with the pitch, we've had to change because you can't play that way on a facility like this. So we're more of a possession-based side, and I thought again we kept the ball well throughout the game, made good decisions. It's just that last little bit that I feel is letting us down. That last pass, getting on the end of something. And again, I feel that we should have won today. They caused, they were a danger on the counter-attack. We had a lot of the possession, and they are a threat on the counter-attack. They scored a goal on the counter, well taken goal. From their behalf, we're not too happy with it, but from their behalf, a good goal. So fair play to South Park. I think they got, and I say, respect the manager, respect them. They'll be in and around it by the end of the season. So it's not a case of what went wrong all the time. I think you've got to pay respect to the opposition. But yeah, it's just that last bit for me. That last bit, and again, we've got to score 2 goals in a game because if you look at the stats this season, in terms of 14 games gone previously, had we scored 2 goals in every game, we'd have won 12, drawn 2. So at this level, you need to score 2 goals to win a match because you're going to make mistakes and got to keep it to 0 to 1. But you've got to score 2 goals to win a game 9 times out of 10 in this division.
Simon, what about the defence? I think we contained the opponents very well, and there were very few chances in the second half for them where we pushed on for the victory. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm pleased with the defence. I'm pleased with the keeper. I'm pleased with the defence. For me, that's a promotion winning backline and keeper. Just got to have that. Going back to it, midfield and attack, just a little bit more goals in the team. But defensively, I think it's as good as it gets.
Josh Casey seemed to be particularly targeted and contested a lot of duels for us. Do you think him being contained was something that limited our attacking chances down the left?
Look, Josh is our most consistent performer. There's no shadow of a doubt. I think as a player in this league, he could still play two divisions up without a shadow of a doubt. We're very lucky to have him. And what he is behind the scenes, I've never met nobody like it. You talk about winning mentality. There's no reason why. You look at the promotions he's had as a player, the standards he drives. He puts it on us as well as a management team. He wants standards. If we all had a bit of Josh Casey in us, we'd be flying. So I can't speak highly enough of Josh. He's took a whack in the mouth. Was it a penalty? Whatever. And then he's gone. With a split lip. It's bulging out. He can't even laugh. He can't even talk in there. And then 30 minutes later, he's contested another one and got us a penalty. So he's a lion. He's can't speak highly enough of him. And without him, we don't make the playoffs last season. And he's so important to everything we do. He really is. He's an absolute leader. You just see there, the courage of the boy. He's got a split lip, blood everywhere. Knocks blood up, carries on. Real bloke.
Up next, midweek travels await Southall on Wednesday. What are your thoughts on that?
Tough game, really tough game. Me and Max know each other really well. We come up to this division together. A lot of respect for Southall. I know they've got some good players in as well. So I said it on the last interview when we played them. They will be in and around it. I know at the moment, where they might be in the table, but by the end of the season, they'll be competing. There's no shadow of a doubt about that. So we're fully aware of how good Southall are. I think they've made some really good signings, and they're coming now. I think what's that, 3 out of 3 wins for them. I'm not sure their result today, but I heard they were winning at one point. So I'm pretty sure it's 3 out of 3. So they're coming Southall, so it's going to be a real tough game. We're fully aware of that, and again it'll be a game of margins, and we've got to be on our A game to get a win there.
I know you and the lads don't need any more motivation, but Southall did win 4-0 today, so that's something to consider.
Yeah, they're a good side. They've been in the playoffs themselves. The manager's experienced, and they play for the manager. So, yeah, we know Southall probably better than any other team in the division, and they know us probably better than any other team in the division. Like I said, I've got a lot of respect for them, but we've got to go there, and we're going to know it's a tough game, and we've got to fight for everything if we're going to win the game.
Thank you, Simon. Good luck for the next match.
Thank you, Abs.